The palace walls whisper tradition. The world expects silence, order, and distance. But between two sisters, something unexpected blooms. Not rivalry, not coldness. A melody, a harmony few have ever seen. Our notes aligned. Leonor and Sofía, daughters of Spain, bound by crown and blood. The future queen, the loyal sister, roles written centuries before their birth. Yet their story breaks away from the script of history. Why? Because instead of silence, they chose music. Instead of distance, they chose closeness. This is not just the tale of two princesses. It is the revelation of how bonds can resist the weight of monarchy. And how the love between Leonor and Sofía rewrites what it means to grow up royal. Leonor, born October 31, 2005, carried from the very first breath the weight of being Spain's future queen. Every step she took, every bow, every smile, measured, reported, scrutinized. Yet at her side, always, was Sofía, born 2 years later. The younger sister. The one without the crown, but with the freedom to laugh more openly, to move more lightly, to speak more softly. Together, they were two notes in a melody Spain never expected to hear. But what does it mean to grow up inside the palace, yet side by side? What secrets do they share? What tensions lie hidden beneath? And how do two sisters, trapped in duty, turn constraint into harmony? To answer, we must return to their childhood. Leonor, the heir. Sofía, the companion. At school, Leonor was taught to lead. Sofía was taught to follow. But behind palace gates, their world looked different. In moments away from cameras, the sisters played, laughed, and sang. There, Sofía became Leonor's mirror, reflecting back the human face hidden beneath the title. When Leonor was 6, Spain's press first declared her destiny. She was the future queen. The headline ran across every paper. But Leonor was still just a girl. And Sofía, she was the one who whispered encouragement before public appearances, who nudged her sister's hand when nerves struck, who made her laugh when the crown felt too heavy. The world saw a future monarch. Sofía saw her sister. That is where their harmony began. Yet harmony is not the absence of tension. As Leonor grew older, expectations grew sharper. Every move was dissected. Sofía could feel the difference. The cameras looked longer at Leonor. The crowds cheered louder for her. And here, the question arose, would Sofía step back in jealousy? Or step forward in love? History teaches us that royal siblings often fall apart. Think of Britain, William and Harry. Denmark, Frederick and Joachim. Even Spain itself, kings and brothers torn by rivalry. But Leonor and Sofía, they turned the story upside down. They chose unity. And with every appearance, every whispered exchange caught on camera, Spain witnessed something new, sisters who seemed not divided by destiny but bound by it. Why? Because Sofía did not see her sister's crown as a threat. She saw it as her duty to protect. To be the voice when Leonor could not speak. To be the freedom Leonor could not claim. Their bond became not rivalry, but complement. One note high, one note low. Together, a melody. But there's more. Leonor's training has been relentless. At UWC Atlantic in Wales, she lived among students from across the world. There, she tasted normality, friendship, dorm rooms, shared laughter. Yet even there, her role loomed. When letters arrived from home, Sofía's words reminded her she was not alone. The melody continued, stretched across borders. And when Leonor began her military training, Spain watched in awe. The heir, in uniform. The future queen, marching with soldiers. Yet, hidden in the crowd, eyes searched for Sofía. Would she step back, fade into shadow? No, she was there, cheering. Smiling, her pride unshaken. The cameras captured it, the younger sister, radiant not with envy, but with love. What creates such unity? Perhaps it is their parents, Felipe and Letizia, who raised them as equals. Perhaps it is the modernity of a Spain no longer ruled by fear but by democratic strength. Or perhaps, it is simply that two sisters, born into a world not of their choosing, decided together that their bond mattered more than the crown. But harmony faces trials. The press hunts for cracks. Whispers of tension appear in tabloids. Does Sofía feel overshadowed? Does Leonor envy her sister's freedom? These questions echo in public forums. Yet again and again, reality answers differently. At official events, their glances speak volumes. A hand touched on the arm. A shared smile. A look that says, "We are in this together." Still, one wonders, when Leonor becomes queen, what will Sofía become? Will she stand only as the spare? Or will her role transform into something new, Spain's loyal voice beside the throne? Only time will answer. But if history is written not only in duty but in love, then perhaps the melody they created will survive the weight of monarchy. Imagine their future. Leonor, crowned in Madrid, her sister at her side. Not as a shadow, but as harmony. The people cheering, not only for their queen, but for the bond that never broke. And yet, the melody has darker notes. For duty always demands sacrifice. Leonor may never live as freely as she wishes. Sofía may always stand one step behind. Their smiles may sometimes hide unspoken sorrow. The palace is a stage, and they must perform. But what sets them apart is choice. The choice to remain aligned, to resist the distance history expects. And so, the story of Leonor and Sofía becomes not just Spain's royal story, but a human one. Sisters navigating love, duty, tension, and harmony. Two notes, aligned. A melody stronger than rivalry. A song that Spain listens to with hope. Our notes aligned. Leonor and Sofía, not just princesses, not just royals, but sisters who turned silence into music. And in doing so, gave Spain not only a future queen, but also the rarest gift of all, a harmony that history could not predict.